Hi, this is Bruce with Hunsaker Home Hacks. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future notifications, share me with a friend and on social media. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Today we're talking about a 360-degree pan and tilt camera from Conico. That's right, this has the ability to go 360 degrees in video, pan and tilt up and down. Super cool. It has motion detection, sound detection, and it has motion tracking in it. Night vision, all the good stuff that you would want for an indoor camera. So don't touch that dial, stay right here as we check out the Conico 360-degree pan and tilt camera. Okay people, now it's time for another edition of What's in the Box. What's in the box? We have a Conico wireless IP camera, a 1080p. You can view via your phone, HD video, two-way audio, motion detection, motion tracking, and sound detection. Let's open the box. Cue the music, Phil. Instruction manual. Box full of goodies. Alright, let's look in the box first. So in our box we have a power supply, a USB micro cable, looks like a mount, and some mounting screws. Now for the camera itself. Let's take a look at this. So, direct wire through Ethernet, SD card, reset button, and 5-volt micro SD, pan, tilt, looks like that's a LED light, and this looks like it's an infrared sensor, speakers back here. That looks like a microphone. This is the model F1362B. And we have our mount, which looks like it just goes right there. So you can mount it to the ceiling, to the wall. Very cool. So what did we get in the box? We got the power supply, USB micro cable, mounting screws and anchors, the mount itself, the camera itself. Okay, so we're going to set up the Conico indoor camera. Now this camera has the ability to rotate and pan and tilt. So the first thing we want to do is put in a SD card. And the SD card fits in this slot right here at the bottom. You can see it right there at the bottom. Now I always suggest using a class 10 SD card so it can keep up with the speed of the camera. The next thing we need to do is plug in our power supply. And we have a decent amount of USB cable here. That's at least about 7-8 feet there. We're going to put it in the 5-volt power supply supplied with the Conico. And now we're there, we plugged in, so that's good. So here we go. So we're going to open this up. And we're going to have to say I'm a new user. And we're going to use a username. Alright, it's making noise.
Waiting for receiving the wireless config information.
And it's talking. So now we need to create a password, and we're going to sign up. And we're going to email that we have to go in and say yes, verify now. Activation is successful. So we're going to go back over to our Conico app. Sign in. Ba-ba, we're there. All right, allow. All right. So now we're going to hook the camera in. So the first thing we're going to do is hit the plus sign. And we're going to find the camera that we're looking at. That would be the PTZ cam. Now it is plugged in. And we are close to the router. On the bottom of the camera is a QR code. So we'll hit agree here, allow, and we're going to scan the QR code. There we go. Now we need to put our password in for our Wi-Fi. All right, the device is starting. Please wait patiently. We're at 42% and 45%. All right, and now we have a QR code here. So we need to hold that within about 20 to 40 centimeters.
Connecting to the router. Please wait for a moment.
And she's talking to
Connecting
us.
to the server. Please wait for a moment. Config successfully.
All right, so we're done. All right, so we're going to go in and check out the Conico app. I have it in a place that I think would be useful for my studio. So let's go in here and find Conico. We're going to sign in. Here is our camera. And now here we are. So we can see that it's currently looking at the shelving unit. The picture is very clear, and that's good. So now let's go here and expand our viewpoint. And we're going to look at the control options. So if we swipe on the screen, it will move it in the direction you want it to go. And we can see the full range of the camera there. All right, so that's good. Now if you swipe the other way, we can see the full range of the camera. All right, good. All right, the white light doesn't wash out the picture at all. That's good from the window. Sometimes that's a concern, that it doesn't have a right light balance, but this has a good light balance on it. And this is just side to side, so let's kind of go and get a better view so we can see a few shells. So let's go up or down. All right, so down is good. Now let's go up. So our pan and tilt range is very good on this. And that is straight up looking at the top. And it's now connected. It has its motion control, so it's now tracking the lights on the ceiling. That's kind of cool. Let's bring it down. All right, and from here we can take a picture. we can record a video. There we go. Stop the video. And we can go into the nut. Into the nut, we can set a schedule. We can, well, that's a date and time. We can do an upgrade. We can restart. We can do a factory reset. We can set the password. Okay, so we can set up our notifications. So I already set up a motion detection one. So if there's any motion between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m., then it will send me a message. But I have human detection set up for all day, every day. So if there's a human that walks in to the studio, then it's going to go from 24 hours a day and it should send a notification. I do not have sound detection on, just because I have Bruno and he makes a lot of noise. Recording schedule. So we have motion, event recording, continuous recording, normal recording mode, all those things. In normal recording mode, 32 gigs of memory card is expected to record for 4 days. But we currently have it set up at superior recording mode, which is 32 gigs of memory is expected to record for 10 days. And then you can go advanced recording mode, which will get you 16 days of recording with a 32 gigabyte card. And then we have our motion detective activity set. There is our day and night, and that's the sensitivity level. There's our different events in the event track. You can see them by the red line. We're going to select yesterday. Okay, now in here we can change what we want. So we have snapshot video, all types, and then we have duration. 30 minutes is what it's set for. I think 5 minutes is way better than 30 minutes. I would like 15 minutes, but it's not a choice in the app. So we can set it up though now. So now it's playing, giving us a playback for 5 minutes. And then we can look at the 5-minute video to see what it captured. So we can see that it's showing into that room. There is no human being in the room yet. So we know that we have a human, motion, and then there's sound in that video. So if we fast forward a little bit, it's going to jump. And the human is myself. And there you go. So it does have that. You can hear the loud noise. And of course there is motion. Alright, so we're going to check out the night vision in action. You can see right now it is engaged. That is a clear picture, very clear. A few lights on in the room, but that is super clear. I mean, that pulls some really good resolution for night vision. I mean, you can see the artwork on the walls, good detail by pinching and turning. Let's go over here, look at the shelves. You can see the robots. Look at Marty. That's a good detail on Marty. Look at that.
You can even see the small little menu on top of the shelf.
All right, so now you got to see the Conico in action. That's the F1 362B model. This is a pan and tilt camera. It's awesome in pan and tilting. It has a lot of range, 360 degrees. Actually, it's probably a little bit more because it overlaps the video. Up and down pan and tilt is very good. Night vision, super cool, super good. I like it a lot. Sound detection works very well in it. It picks up the sound. If you're stomping up the steps, it actually can pick up that sound, and then it will capture an individual walking from the stairwell over to whatever room they're trying to get into. It can actually track the motion, and then in the video you notice that it actually started tracking the lights when I had it shooting up at the ceiling. The rate that it can hold captured video is good. I have it set up right now so it captures about 4 days of video and overlaps, but you can extend that all the way up to 16 days. Of course, that it will compress the video's resolution a bit, but you can capture up to 16 days on a 32 gigabyte card, and that's awesome. I don't have it wired into my router because I didn't see the need for that, because it works perfectly fine as an IP camera. There are many ways to use the application. You have the ability to follow the tracking of what has happened for the events for the day. And then you also have the ability to break them down in 30-minute segments, and then 5-minute segments and hour segments. So you can actually look at a whole segment and then download that segment to your device. That's super cool. I kind of wish it had a 3-minute and a 15-minute segment. That would be my dithers. But for what it has, 5 minutes is pretty good, and it gives you a lot of ability. If you're interested in the Conico F1 362B camera, I put a link below where you can find it, along with all the specs and details. This is Bruce with Hunsaker Home Hacks. Please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for future notifications, share me with a friend and on social media. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And me and Nemo will see you soon. See you soon. Hold on. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.